welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tammy and I'm back again with another video. If it's your first time on my channel, my name is Tammy Kolapo. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, turn on your post notification, do all the good things. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget. You've been coming to this channel and you keep forgetting. It's 2025. Chelsea, come on now. Happy New Year. It's the year 2025 and I'm so excited for what this year is about to bring. I'm sure it's going to be good for each and every one of us. With that being said, let's get right into what today's video is about. Anyways, in this video I'm going to be doing a story time, how I was approved on my visa. Then when I got my passport back, it wasn't stamped. This is one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had in my entire life. I felt like my village people were coming for me so bad. This was in 2023, mind you. I was supposed to be going on a program. It was for a work and travel program, and I had an agent. I had all these things. Everything was good. I went for my interview. I got my visa. You guys, they told me your visa, blah 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 blah, and I went back to school. Basically, everything was fine. Everything was great. I knew I had my visa. My agent knew I had my visa. My mom knew, and God knew I had my visa. And I went back to school. Fast forward to when I came back home and I was supposed to pick up my passport. It is so crazy how at that period, because like I came back from school in like May, the like 20th or 20 something, and I was supposed to travel like 1st, 2nd of June, or maybe like the first week of June. Basically I was supposed to travel. So I came back home and I was just all like about my travel prep. Mind you, when you like go for your interview and they like approve your visa and stuff like that, they ask you to like come back in 2 weeks to pick up your passport, or like they send your passport after 2 weeks. And I was using an agent, was supposed to like get my passport and all of that, so it wasn't really my thing to do with. So after my interview day, 2 weeks had passed, they gave back my passport. I was either in April or March. I came back home in May from school and I was ready to travel. I was so excited. I'd done my hair, I'd done my nails, I'd done everything. I was ready for the summer. I was ready to take on the world. At this time, my passport was still with my agent, and I was thinking, oh, why can't I just get to the airport? Because like it usually comes to the airport the day you're traveling and everything, to make sure everything is good and fine. So I was like, how about I just go to the airport and just get my passport there if he's going to come anyways, because his office is kind of far from where I stay. So I didn't really want to go through the stress of like going to pick up my passport and going to the airport if I was going to see him at the airport anyways. You guys, there was just something that was just telling me that I should just go to the office to just pick up my passport. Like, it's not even going to take that much time. And so I was like, fine, I'm just going to pick it up. I had like barely 4 days left to the date of my traveling. I bought my ticket. My ticket date was stamped. Like, everything was like set in stone. Like, there was nothing else apart from me getting my passport back from my agent. As I went to my agent's office like 3 days before I was supposed to travel, I got to this office. There were some documents I had to submit. I submitted them. It was time for them to bring out my passport. So it was supposed to like print out my data page or the visa page or whatever page of what they used to stamp my passport, right? There was this guy that attended to me. This guy just kept on flipping my passport. Like, you would think he was reading a book. Like, this guy was just going. You guys, passports are so tiny. It's not something that you should flip for so long. They're flipping, like, if there's actually something there, by the time you get to the 3rd, 4th page, you should have seen what you're looking for. This guy kept on flipping, and he kept on flipping to my other visas. I had like 2 other visas in my passport, and he kept on flipping to that. And I knew that that was not the right one, but I was just like chilling. I was like, okay, let me just let him do his thing. This guy just started sweating. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not making this show. This guy was like sweating. He was so confused and everything. And at some point, he kept on like going through like my passport, like trying to flip over so fast. The paper fell out of my passport, and the paper basically said I should come back with a new passport photograph for my visa to be stamped or something like that. And you guys, this was given back to them since April. I had my visa interview in April. It was returned back that same April, and now it was May. It was the ending of May. That was like a whole month. A whole month after they've sent that message or letter, or my passport back with a letter. And there were just so many things that was going through my head. First of all, why didn't you open my like passport when you collected? Like there were so many faults to my agent, and there were also so many faults to me, because it was like, what was wrong with the passport I had submitted? Everything was just going through my head at that point. I was so livid, you guys. I could not believe like there was nothing on my passport. Like aside from that paper, there was no visa stamp. I was supposed to be traveling in 3 days. 3 freaking days. I was just like too stunned to speak. Like there was nothing for me to say. Like I had no words. I was just like, wow.
Even me myself, I shock. Bro, even me myself, I shock. Even me myself, I shock.
That was actually crazy work. Anyways, when they all found out about this, my mom was pissed. She was going off because that particular agent, oh my god, I don't even want to start with him. Worst customer service I've ever had received in Nigeria. At this point, my mom was pissed, and me, I was just there trying to look for the way forward, because everybody knew I was traveling. I was ready to be on that flight, and I was just like, in 3 days. And the most annoying part is that day was a Friday, so it was no miracle. Like it was just set in stone. I was not traveling the day I was supposed to travel. Like at that time, I didn't know what was coming for me. At that point, I had no idea what was coming for me. Like, because from that point, it went uphill. Like it just went from bad to worse. Like I was crying every other day throughout the whole process, because I actually felt like I had wasted my money, I had wasted my time, and I would probably not travel. That was all that was going through my head. But I could not complain. I just wanted him to fix it. I just wanted him to fix it so bad, because this cannot be happening. I am supposed to be on a flight in 3 days. You mean I can't be on the flight? What do you mean it's not even possible to be on the flight? We went back to DHL to send back the passport. We tried to do all the things that were asked for, and it was just the passport picture that they were like, it wasn't valid or something like that. So I had to take a new passport picture. I sent it back that same day on a Friday. One thing about embassy or visa thing, like honestly, like I feel like once it's gone, it's gone. Like you have little or no control of what like happens once your passport goes. It could be a month, it could be 2 months. And you guys, I started to spiral. You know when you feel symptoms and you go online to go and Google all these things? That was me. And after like about a week, I actually received my passport back, and it was stamped. Glory be to God. Then it became an other old ball game for me to like change my flight tickets. I was supposed to refund my tickets and everything, because like I had a whole ticket that I actually lost and everything. So it was just a whole thing. You guys, long story short, I couldn't travel until like a month after my intended travel date. Like there was no way I was traveling. And that experience was so traumatic for me, because all my friends, like it was like a trip that like most of my friends were going on the program also. So it was like I was left behind. That was the point where I cried, like I prayed like never, because like I was just like, why is my own different? Like it just felt like my own was always different. It felt like the whole universe was against me. But like the whole experience taught me a lot of things. First of all, obedience is better than sacrifice, because let's not lie, let's not steal. I knew better not to have submitted that passport photograph I submitted initially. Like I knew not to have done that, but like it was just like it was looking okay to me, and like I didn't get it that like once they say something should not be less than 6 months, do not submit a passport photograph less than 6 months. Like bro, just don't do it. Like just listen, because what would have actually taken me to have taken a fresh passport and submitted it like a normal human being? But no, I didn't. Because of that, like I knew that was a little bit of my fault. There wasn't really any power in me to really fight the agent. But where the agent fucked up was where he actually connected my passport and he did not check it for a whole month. It doesn't even make sense for you to actually go somewhere, receive something and not check it. Like it is so unprofessional. There was no way if I was the one getting this thing, I wouldn't check my passport. Even if I was so sure that they were giving me the visa, even if I knew that I was actually approved on my visa, I would want to look at my face or my picture on how my visa looks or something. But this guy didn't check. Months passed. Like I'm not even sure I'm getting the timeline correctly. I think it was like I did my interview in March, and this was May. Like, it was not a short period, it was like a long period of time. This is that you don't want this visa anymore. It was giving that. The second lesson that I learned is just to put God at the center of everything you want to do. That period, it wasn't even like I was even praying about this whole program or my trip or like everything in general, but I just felt like I was just leaning on my own strength. I was leaning on my own understanding. Like, I was so confident because like this is not my first time traveling. This is not my first time traveling to America. So it was like this, like there was no reason for this not to work. Like, it was supposed to work. Every lesson, in every bad experience, there's always a silver lining. Because when I think about the fact that I was going to go to the airport to pick up my passport, I just thank God. If I had packed my bags and went to Muritala Mohammed Airport and I went back home because I did not have a visa on my passport, I would have died of embarrassment. Literally kill me, arrest me, jail me. I would never show my face outside again. Everybody knows how rude these airport people can be. They would have just shifted me to the side, like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here? God saved me from that embarrassment, because I would have dead ass gone to the airport, packed my bag with my fresh braids, with my lashes and my nails. I would have gone there looking so stupid and coming right back home. That would have like this crazy. Life, you're on your own, and that is not a bad thing. That is just something that everybody needs to realize. But literally, like, everybody would bear their names and everybody would stand alone. Like, I don't know how to get it, because this was a trip I was supposed to go with everybody, but everybody like literally went on the trip. Like, there's some people that we already even planned, oh, we're going to sit down together, blah 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 blah. They didn't even call me when they didn't see me at the airport. They didn't even check on me to say, why didn't you catch your flight? So in this life, like, you are literally on your own, and that is why it's so important to hold on to the person that actually cares about you the most, which is Jesus Christ and your family. If not for God, I feel like I would not have even made that trip. My money would have actually wasted entirely. And I feel like it compensated me so much in that trip. That trip is still one of my best trips, because I made so many memories. I had so much fun. I made money. I enjoyed myself. Like, it was such a good trip that like it felt like God compressed the time that I had missed in Nigeria for me at that trip, and like it compensated me with better things that I felt like if I didn't travel at the time I was supposed to, I wouldn't have liked it, or things wouldn't have gone the way it did at the end of the day. So I'm so grateful for that. Another lesson I'm going to tell you guys is, anytime you are preparing travel documents, whatever things that has to do with visa, embassy, anything, just make sure you follow the rules. Follow the rules. Don't say that you know what you are doing. Don't say, oh, it's not that bad. Just follow the rule. If they say something should be 6 months, make sure it is not 6 months less. You really have nothing to lose if you follow them, but you have literally everything to lose if you don't. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys were able to learn something. If you guys want more story times, please comment down below. And with that being said, if it's your first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Turn your post notifications, so every time I drop a new video, you'll be the first person to know. And with that being said, I will see you guys in another video. Bye. I move so far in time. I move so far in time. I've been with the in